Hey guys, this is Paul, and today I'm here to provide a logical explanation for a topic that comes up a lot, but a lot of people don't seem to realize the flaw in their argument that essentially renders their statement pointless, and that is the statement, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Now, if you look at it at face value, it seems like a pretty valid statement to make, especially since we as Americans just celebrated the 4th of July, Independence Day, where we're no longer forced to be a dictator, believe everything that the British government tells us to believe, but rather that we're allowed to express our religious freedom. You know, the Catholics can be Catholics, Protestants can be Protestants, etc. However, from a logical perspective, there are certain opinions that, objectively speaking, cannot be so, or it creates a contradiction. Let me give you an extreme example here, because most people don't use extreme examples when they make that statement. They say, well, you know, if you want to believe that Jesus was the Son of God, or if you want to believe that Jesus was just a lunatic that claimed to be God, that's up to you. But that's not exactly an extreme example. Okay, so most of you have heard about the shootings that took place in Minnesota. I didn't really hear too much of the news. I was kind of too immersed at Catholic Heart Work Camp, but suffice to say, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the guy had the mindset of, I am better than all of you, so I'm going to shoot you. That was his opinion, or his mindset, or his distorted way of thinking. Suffice to say, it was an opinion that he had, and he acted on it. Now, let's say that, as harsh as this is going to sound, I promise that I do have a point with this. So let's say that the people who were shot had their opinions that they did not want to be shot, that this was wrong, that what he was doing. In their opinion, they deserved to live, and they thought that this was an unjust thing to do. So if the guy is pointing a gun at their head and is saying, it is my opinion that I am going to kill you, are they going to just politely say, all right, go ahead and kill me because you're entitled to their opinion? Well, their opinion is, yarg, I'm getting out of the way. So in other words, their basic human instincts contradict his need for destruction. So in other words, it's impossible for everyone to be entitled to their opinions, because sometimes opinions can obstruct the basic needs of human life and survival. So I could go on and on about how to further talk about this subject, but because you only have so much time in a YouTube video, I'll just summarize a few basic points, and if you want me to elaborate on it further, that's what the comment sections are for. Or if you want to say, Paul, you're a stupid idiot for talking about this, that's okay too. Anyway, so another point I wanted to make is I was at Catholic Heart Work Camp this past week, and and one of the homilies that I heard over the course of the week, because we had daily mass, was what Father Jeff called the 5 Truths homily. And those were, you're not important, you're going to die, it's not about you, you're not important, and life is hard. And he said, whether or not you want to believe those, they are in fact true. He used the analogy of falling off a cliff. He said, now you might say, I don't believe in gravity, but the reality is that whether you believe in it or not, you're going to fall if you jump off a cliff, because the laws of gravity are absolute. So that's why there's what's called subjective truth, which would be like if I said my favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess, another person over there said my favorite Zelda game is Ocarina of Time. That's a subjective truth. It's not an absolute. Like, his opinion is not going to change. My opinion is probably not going to change. Or it could change. He might provide compelling reasons for why I should say Ocarina of Time is better. But objective truth is something you cannot deny. When you're under the sun for long enough without shade, you are going to get burned. When you stick your hand in the snow, your hand is going to get cold. When you sit on a stove, you are going to, get singed. Those are objective truths. And the other objective truth that I was thinking about as I was pondering over this video and discussing it with the people I'm vacationing with is every human has a basic need for survival. That is an objective truth that, as much as you care to deny it, you can't, because human instinct just you don't even have to think about it to know that it's true. If someone is about to slap you on the cheek, your natural reaction is that you're going to dodge it. If you're hungry, you're going to eat, because if you don't eat, you're going to die from starvation. If, say, the sun is beating down on you and it's going to give you a sunburn, your natural inclination is to wipe the sweat off your forehead because you want to survive. Now, granted, some people might lose the will to live, so I don't really know what to say in that case, but the average person is going to want to prolong their life as much as possible. You know, if you're gasping for air, you go like, you know, stuff like that. So, in other words, that is an objective truth. And so, objectively speaking, if we're going to ask ourselves the question of, is there a reason for my existence? Yes, I might be going off on a bit of a tangent, but I swear it has a point. If we're going to argue, Paul, why is it that we humans exist? I don't know if I can answer that question in this particular video. But the fact is that we humans are meant to be here, because if we have survival instincts, then therefore the logical conclusion we can come to is that there must be a reason for our existence. What that reason is, I don't have time to explain it. But suffice to say, if there is one, and you can't just say life is all an illusion, because if life were an illusion, illusions can sometimes be specific to that particular person. So the fact that every human in existence has a desire for survival indicates some common truth. Anywho, that's all I'm going to say in this video. Like I said, if I haven't discussed this enough, that's what the comment sections are for. But suffice to say, from my Catholic perspective, my closing words are, we as Catholics are meant to be harbingers of truth. We're supposed to be saying this is what the truth is, and we don't want to drown the world in our personal opinions. Jesus says, I am the way, the life, and the truth. I came so that they may live life and live it to the fullest. So if we are meant to survive, if life has a reason, that's what Jesus Christ does for us, is Jesus Christ provides that answer. Why are we here? Why do we want to survive? So with that, I'll let you do reflecting on your own, but I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and the truths of the matter. So until I'm able to make my next video, my friends, keep the faith, stay epic, and God bless. Bye.